Hello, welcome to my craft room. Today my speech will be on scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is a very enjoyable hobby, and it is thought to have been around since the Renaissance era. According to Patricia Kennelly, in 2015, she states that artists kept their works in notebooks or albums, and this was the beginning of scrapbooking. Now, according to Susan Suchy, she states that scrapbooking has been around since the 17th and 18th century. In Susan's article, Scrapbook This, she states that scrapbooking is the fastest growing craft in the world. Now, Creative Keepsaking is a publication that publishes magazines for scrapbookers. In their article, they stated that this is close to a $3 billion a year industry. Now, whether or not scrapbooking started in the Renaissance era or the 1800s doesn't really matter. It did start, and it is a very enjoyable hobby. Now, my personal experience with scrapbooking is what makes me enjoy it so much. My sister and her oldest daughter died in a fire 2 weeks before Christmas in 1987. Her youngest daughter, who was 2 at the time, survived the fire, but had no memory of her mother or her sister. My mother asked me if I would take the memories that she had saved and pictures that I had and pictures that my mother had and put them in a scrapbook so that my niece would have some inkling of who her mother and sister were. What the request was for 1 scrapbook, but by the time I finished, it had grown to 3. This gave my young niece a chance to know who her mother was through pictures and memories. Also her sister. Now, this is why I enjoy scrapbooking, because it gives you a way to preserve those memories and photos of ones who have left you or ones who are still in your life. Now, I'd like to show you a few tools that I use while scrapbooking. The first tool that I'd like to show you, and it was the first one that I purchased, is a paper trimmer, or photo trimmer. You can trim your photos with straight, even lines. You can cut your papers how you would like with straight, even lines. This is very important. Now, the next tool I'd like to show you is called the crocodile. This can punch holes anywhere on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper or an 8.5 by 11. It also sets eyelets. And why would you want to punch holes in your paper that you're working on? Well, you punch holes so that you can set an eyelet there, which you can put a photo or a piece of paper onto your scrapbook page and it will not move. Now, an eyelet is a small metal disc that you put into your page and you punch it down, and on the back it will flatten. Now, my next tool I'd like to show you, and one of my most expensive tools, which is my Cricut. Now, my Cricut is an electronic die cutting machine that will cut anything that I have a cartridge for. It will cut the shape and the size that I'd like. It's very accurate and very fun to use. Now, the next thing I'd like to show you are some unfinished pages that I have not completed yet. These are pages that I worked on but have not completed. A little boy with a train would be good for that one. This one would be a good page for a first day of school. Now, I would also like to show you some photos and pages that I've been working on for my mother's scrapbook. This is pictures of my youngest granddaughter, her birth announcement. This will be one of my mother's most favorite pages because it's a picture of my sister and her 2 daughters. This was taken less than a month before they died. Now, another way that you can make a page simply and easily is with postcards that you may have saved. This is a way that you can present your postcards so that you can enjoy them. Now, I know I've only showed you a small amount of the pages that I've completed, but if I showed you more, it would take forever. But if you have interest in scrapbooking, there are books and magazines that you can check out in the library to help you start your pages. Now, your creativity is your limit to what you can create. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation and that you might try scrapbooking on your own. Thank you very much.